Hello everyone, my name is Karishma Nair. I have secured rank 14 in the UPSC Civil Services Examination 2020. I am originally from Kerala, Palakkad district, while I've been raised in the city of Mumbai. I have done my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya in Hamla Malad. I have done my graduation in forensic science from the Institute of Forensic Science under the Mumbai University. This has been my UPSC journey. This is my this is my second attempt, and in the first attempt, I went up to the interview stage, and I have cleared the exam in the second attempt. So this video is I'm trying to answer the questions that I had during my preparation, as well as over the last 1 week I have been receiving a few questions. So I'll try and address all of that through this interaction. So before I begin with everything, I wanted to put this section somewhere in the middle, but I understand that not all of y'all might watch it till the end, but if there's one message y'all take back, it should be this. So firstly, there are a few myths that I would want to address. So first of all, anyone who starts with the preparation, we hear that limited resources, multiple revisions, right? And that is something that is used as a mantra. But there is one problem with this, and that holds true for the static part of the examination, especially the subjects like history and geography. But if you do the same thing for other subjects, if you think that just by reading NCERTs and a standard book, you'll be able to clear the examination, that is wrong. What we mean by limited resources, multiple revisions is you scrounge for different data and for information, and you compile all of that in one resources, which is the importance of note making, which I'll address in the future course of this video. But what I mean to say is that you're not giving the examination 1990 में. ये एग्जाम आप 2000 में भी नहीं दे रहे हो, ये एग्जाम आप अभी 2021 या 2022 में दे रहे हो. And this is a time when आपके पास एक super weapon है, which is the internet, but every competitor of yours also has the super weapon, which is the internet. So you have to scrounge the internet for content and for information and for value addition, and then make that concise, and then multiple revision of that information. So if people are telling you to limit your resources, it doesn't mean to limit your preparation. Don't just think that सिर्फ NCERT पढ़ के exam clear होगा, because I don't think that it's possible. We all are looking at value addition. The competition is rising, so you have to look at government websites, you have to look at Niti Aayog reports and get whatever small thing that you can get out of value.
Welcome to Lukman IAS. Study general studies with Lukman IAS for building comprehensive knowledge, thorough understanding and a good perspective, which are essential ingredients of UPSC for getting top rank in civil services examination. GS paper 2 and 4 will be taken by S. Ansari and other papers will be covered by renowned faculties. So, Lukman IAS becomes the obvious choice. The renowned faculties are Lakshmikant for Geography, Ecology and Environment, Professor Mustaba Hussain for Art and Culture, Dr. Jia for History, and Abhijit Jha for Society. It is the pre-cum-means batch with integrated guidance program, which consists of prelims, means and interview. The course features live classes are as effective as offline classes. The classes are highly interactive in nature. Your doubts and queries will be addressed, and there will be dictation of notes. In the last 10 years, contact us today for more information.
I'll also give examples of this in the note making part of the video. The second thing is about completing the paper. So a lot of people think that their writing is slow, they might not be able to complete the paper, and which is why they'll not make it to the list. So I was someone who struggled a lot with completing the paper. First time जब मैंने एक मेंस का टेस्ट सीरीज लिखा था, मेरे 4 क्वेश्चन छूट रहे थे. उसके बाद I started improving, but last year in my mains I couldn't attempt 2 questions हर पेपर में. This year, although I touched the last question, I've written only 1 line in the last question in most of the GS papers and even in my optional. But even after that, I have decent scores in the GS and optional. I'm not saying ki forget about attempting all the 20 questions. this is not addressing anyone who can complete the paper. If you can complete the paper, there is nothing like बहुत अच्छी बात है अगर आपका पेपर खत्म हो रहा है. This is for those people who are giving 2 tests a day just to improve their speed. Don't do that. If you can attempt 19 questions with quality, you can still clear the exam, and I want to be an example for that. कि अपना सारा एफर्ट सिर्फ स्पीड पे मत डालो, कंटेंट पे डालो, एंड अगर स्पीड इससे इम्प्रूव हो रही है देन वेल एंड गुड, बट डोंट ओनली फोकस ऑन योर स्पीड एंड कंप्लीटिंग द पेपर कि कुछ भी लिख के आना है. मोर देन अभी देर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स गोइंग ऑन. आई विल ऑल्सो टेल कि पॉइंट्स में लिखो, डायग्राम बनाओ, नोट्स बनाओ, ये मैं भी बोलूँगी. बट द मेन थिंग फॉर क्लियरिंग द एग्जाम विल बी टू आंसर द डिमांड ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. सो इफ़ यू आर नॉट, अगर आप क्वेश्चन के डिमांड को एड्रेस नहीं कर रहे हो तो फिर उसके नंबर नहीं मिलेंगे. दैट इज़ अ वेरी 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 सिंपल बेसिक रूल दैट वी हैव टू फॉलो. देन व्हाइल एड्रेसिंग इट, हाउ टू इम्प्रूव प्रेजेंटेशन, ये है. तो प्रेजेंटेशन इज नॉट going to be a replacement for your content. It is going to be a better way of representing your content. That is one thing I needed to address. The last thing, one other thing that I wanted to focus on is motivation. So now for the last 1 week, बहुत सारे लोग आके पूछ रहे हैं कि मैम how did you stay motivated throughout? Now just because हमारी rank आई है, it does not mean कि हम throughout the preparation motivated थे. We all face the same challenges. We've all had moments of self-doubt. We've all lost hope in the exam. We've all broken down. Acknowledge कि ये challenge सबके साथ आएगी. And अगर आपके पास ये challenge आ रही है, don't boggle your mind too much on it, right? अगर आपको लग रहा है कि मेरे को एक दिन मोटिवेशन नहीं है तो अपने आप को लिमिट करो कि ये वाला फेज है, ये I will live through it for 1 day. So once you limit that phase, then you start studying again. So I might have mentioned ki revenge studying, right? Every negative emotion you have, take it out on your books because the books can take it. तो जब भी ऐसे आपको लग रहा है कि motivation की कमी है, go back to your books because your books will definitely help you. So these are the 3 things कि मुझे पहले से address करना है. अब मैं थोड़ा structuring करूँगी अपने इस वीडियो को because structure is important. So we'll first focus on prelims. And see, I'm clearly walking the talk because I have notes for this as well. So let's start with prelims because prelims is right here, right? Now prelims mein we'll talk about what needs to be prepared, and we will talk about what your daily routine should be in the 2 months before prelims and what you have to do on the day of the prelims. तो सबसे पहले preparation की बात करते हैं. तो preparation का first thing is prelims में you need to cover all the basic books. अभी आई शुडेंट क्वेश्चन योर इंटेलिजेंस बाय फिर से सारे बुक लिस्ट बताना. आई एम श्योर आई टोल्ड यू यूज द सुपर वेपन, यूज द इंटरनेट वेरी वेल. यू विल फाइंड ऑल द रिसोर्सेज नीडेड. आई हैव ऑल्सो रिलीजियसली फॉलोड व्हाट मोस्ट टॉपर्स हैव टोल्ड. फॉलो दैट वेरी वेरी वेल. Standard books, check Lakshmikant, read it multiple times. See, again I'm telling you, these are the resources that are limited resources, multiple revisions because static part of it. Current affairs के लिए, now we'll talk about current affairs. So don't wait for the last minute to complete current affairs because then it becomes a बहुत ही बड़ा challenge. Every day do your newspapers religiously. I used to read the Hindu on a daily basis and Indian Express का all coaching classes give daily news headlines, right? So focus on those headlines that you need to read from the other paper. Don't read 2 papers start to end. Focus on the headlines. If people कोई आपका मदद करने के लिए आपको resource दे रहा है तो use it well. They must have read both the papers and are telling you what is important. You can do that. पर अगर you have just started preparation and if you are not giving the exam अभी, then you start by reading all of the newspaper. Now another question everyone asks me is newspaper से notes बनाना चाहिए या नहीं. तो अगर you've just started your preparation, then start making notes. So the first 6 months of my preparation, I made notes from the newspaper as well. So why is this important? क्योंकि first 6 months में आपके पास थोड़ा time होता है क्योंकि आप इतने hardcore preparation में नहीं हो. You're just starting to understand the demand of the exam. तो तब अगर आप notes बनाओगे तो आपको धीरे धीरे filter करना start करोगे कि ये मेरे notes में बैठ नहीं रहा, ये syllabus के साथ बैठ नहीं रहा. तो वो वाला जो process है ये आपको एग्जाम को समझने में थोड़ा हेल्प करेगा. Like if now I look back at the notes I made in the first 6 months, they're not going to help me at all. But it was needed at that point in time in my preparation. But if you have the paucity of time, then obviously you can skip making notes from the newspaper. Like I also stopped making notes from the newspaper 6 months into my preparation. Then on a daily basis, after you read the newspaper in the morning, रात को there are multiple websites which will look at sources and give a daily current affairs. So what happens is कुछ repeat होते हैं जो newspaper में आया, and other than that they are also looking at ministry का websites and they are looking at PIB. So you will get all of that sources in one point also. So you can look into Insights on India or GK Today. There are multiple such websites. You can use any of these sources. Other than that, I used to also watch videos on YouTube in the initial start phase of my preparation, which was analyzing the newspaper as well. So use the internet extensively for your current affairs. Now, on a monthly basis, also read a monthly compilation magazine. Vision IAS has a good magazine. I also read Rao's Focus. All of that really helps because हमारा एक revision हो जाता है and there are multiple things that we might have left out. तो वो भी cover हो जाता है. And one important thing is इसको एक बार पढ़ के छोड़ना नहीं है and उसको पूरा महीना नहीं लेना है पढ़ने के लिए. तो how I used to read a magazine is I would just read through it. ऐसा नहीं है कि I would spend 6, 7, 8 hours doing it. I would just ensure that I am looking at every part of the magazine once and I would revisit that magazine multiple times. तो जैसे अगर अभी मार्च का महीना है तो मैं मार्च का करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन फर्स्ट वीक में ही खत्म कर दूंगी एंड देन आई विल लुक एट जनवरी का मैगजीन अगेन इन दैट मंथ ऑल्सो. सो एवरी 2-3 months आई एम रिविजिटिंग अ 3 months पहले का करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन, जिससे क्या होता है योर प्रेपरेशन डज नॉट become too intense in the last few months before prelims. So you're doing it cumulatively. So I think current affairs, if you do these 3-4 things religiously, it will not be a major challenge, and you will also start completing the newspaper quickly over the course of your preparation. पहले काफ़ी समय लगेगा, but उसके बाद once you're in the hang of it, जल्दी खत्म होने लगेगा, then it will not take a lot of time. Another thing about current affairs is prelims में अभी current affairs directly पूछना थोड़ा कम हो चुका है. UPSC also understands that you have to go one step deeper. So अगर आपको current affairs में कोई भी fact है, आप उसका एक Wikipedia पेज पढ़ेंगे तो थोड़ा orientation भी मिलेगा. So they are going one step deeper. They are trying to check your analytical skills also. So if you read something on Insights on India, आप खुद से भी just ये Google search कर लो, 2-3 आर्टिकल पढ़ लेना उसके बारे में, तो you will get 1 or 2 extra information which will be there in your head and which will help in eliminating options in the prelims. So ये हो गया of the preparation of static and current affairs. I'm not going into the resources. I'm mentioning it again because I think that is something that you can get anywhere. Another thing in preparation is CSAT. Please do not sideline CSAT entirely, especially if you are finding it difficult to solve math or English questions, because it plays a huge role in qualifying for the mains. I would suggest that do 5-6 years, अभी 5-6 साल हो गए CSAT include हुए, उसके question paper कर लो and see how much you're scoring. If you think that नहीं हो पा रहा clear, then please refer to more resources. I do not know what exactly, but you can find that on the internet. If you need coaching for CSAT, please take it because it's a very crucial part that you have to cross. Now I'll talk about the 2 months before prelims. So what you have to do. तो ये तो मैंने साल भर का बताया कि साल भर करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ना है और साल भर स्टैटिक भी खत्म करना है. अभी 2 months before the prelims, I'm not saying stop. I used to stop mains preparation and I was dedicatedly focusing on prelims. Both the attempts, I have given 2 prelims. So both the attempts I would stop preparing for mains, and on a daily basis I was giving a mock examination. So this mock I would give in the morning. I would give it in the evening and I would check it the next day morning. So with one question paper, I was there almost 2 days, like that day evening and the next day morning. And why mocks are important is there are 2-3 things that mocks help you in. First of all, it will help you re-strategize your preparation, क्योंकि mocks देते देते आपको समझ आता है कि आपका कौन सा strength है, कौन सा weakness है, and that will help in eliminating कौन सा question आपको छोड़ना है एग्जाम में, because that is also something that you should develop. क्योंकि जैसे मेरे एंशियंट हिस्ट्री के क्वेश्चंस नहीं बनते थे ज़्यादा, तो आई डेवलप्ड अ कॉन्फिडेंस कि आई कैन लीव दैट सेक्शन, बट दिस ईयर आई हैड टू अटेम्प्ट दैट बिकॉज बाकी एग्रीकल्चर के क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहे थे. बट द पॉइंट इज दैट विद द मॉक्स इट विल गिव यू सम कॉन्फिडेंस, जिसकी वजह से you will improve your attempting strategy in the examination. So that is one. Secondly, calculated guesses are needed. Now every single person who is writing the exam, I can guarantee that none of us know all of the answers, right? Most of us know less than 50% of the answers, so with a surety. But we are obviously attempting more than 60 to 70 questions to clear the cutoff. तो उसके लिए यू हैव टू मेक अ लॉट ऑफ इंटेलिजेंट गेसेस, कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क लेना पड़ेगा, एलिमिनेशन टेक्निक यूज करना पड़ेगा, और दैट विल ओनली कम विद प्रैक्टिस. ऐसा वन फाइन डे इन द एग्जाम हॉल इतनी हिम्मत नहीं होगी टू मेक अ कैलकुलेटेड गेस, बिकॉज 0.66 मार्क्स से बहुत चेंज होगा. तो यू विल नॉट हैव दैट trust in yourself to attempt a question that you don't know if you've not done it multiple times. So ये 2 महीना मॉक्स को बहुत सीरियसली, जैसे यूपीएससी का एग्जाम दे रहे हो उसी लेवल ऑफ सीरियसनेस से देना है. Thirdly, मॉक्स में यू गेट अ लॉट ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन, क्योंकि मॉक्स का जो मॉडल आंसर होता है दैट इज itself will give you a lot of information which you might have missed in the standard books and in your current affairs preparation. So for mocks, I had another notebook where I made notes which I got from the model answers of these prelims test series. तो ये 3-4 चीज़ों की वजह से mocks देना important है. I would also suggest don't just rely on one institute का test series, because every institute has a pattern of their test series, right? And once you crack the pattern, you will score 140 in all the tests there. But UPSC is not following that pattern. So keep yourself attuned to multiple test series के patterns, so that no matter जैसे भी question आ रहे हैं आपके number बनने चाहिए. और 1 week before the exam, stop giving ये वाले tests and only focus on previous year question papers of UPSC. Even अगर आपने 10 बार कर चुके हैं साल भर में, फिर भी वो लास्ट हफ्ता एक और बार UPSC के ही questions देखना, क्योंकि UPSC का level of question framing is completely different from a coaching class. So if you're entirely attuned to coaching class वाला material, it might backfire, because UPSC के level में you just have to get acclimatized to it. That's all. Another thing is the 120 का golden target. Okay, your intention of clearing prelims should not be cut off से 1 mark number चाहिए, 2 mark number ज़्यादा चाहिए, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं करना चाहिए, because cutoffs are varying a lot. इस साल the cutoff went to 92. When I was checking my score, I was getting 116. But when the marks came almost like last week, I scored a 99. So इतनी variations हो रही है. So always aim for a 120. Don't एम की 100 नंबर में भी क्लियर हो जाएगा, अभी तो 92 कट ऑफ हुआ है. सो देयर इज अ सेइंग, राइट, यू एम फॉर द मून, एटलीस्ट यू विल फॉल इन द स्टार्स. Although astronomically it doesn't make a lot of sense, but in prelims it does. Like aim for a 120, then you will fall somewhere in like 100 ka range, which is going to sail you through. This is of course only for civil services examination. If you are appearing for forest, you will need to target a little higher. तो mocks में marks consistently जब आपके 120 के अराउंड आएंगे, that will help. One more thing, लास्ट टाइम जब जून में हुआ था, 2019 का जो प्रीलिम्स था वो जून में हुआ था, तो मेरे अप्रैल में 95 से 100 के बीच में ही मार्क्स बन रहे थे. बट देन I watched some toppers talk in which they told that I attempted all the questions, and at that point in time I was attempting only 80 questions. Then I just increased the number of questions I was attempting कि मैं और तुक्के मार के देख लेती हूँ, and automatically my score started reaching 110, 120. So re-strategizing is very important. ये mocks दे के if you're consistently getting 90, then you're not doing yourself a favor by giving these exams. तो अपने आप से बहुत ऑनेस्ट रहना है कि तुम्हारा मॉक देने का इंटेंशन क्या है. कंसिस्टेंटली अपने नंबर इंप्रूव करो. अगर पहले के टेस्ट में कम नंबर बन रहे, डीमोटिवेट होकर टेस्ट देना बंद बिल्कुल नहीं करना चाहिए. कीप गिविंग टेस्ट एंड कीप री-स्ट्रैटेजाइजिंग. चेंज द नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस यू आर अटेम्प्टिंग. ये जो गोल्डन नंबर होता है, लाइक फॉर मी इट वाज 80 to 90 क्वेश्चंस, but for some people it can be lesser or more. Find that golden number for yourselves, and that's what you have to do. One advice that I would say is expect the unexpected, okay? Because you might have like had it in your head कि पेपर ऐसे आने वाला है तो मैं ऐसे अटेम्प्ट करूँगा, पेपर अगर ऐसे आएगा तो मैं ऐसे अटेम्प्ट करूँगी. But UPSC will not follow that set roadmap that you have for yourself. So don't get intimidated by any question that is coming in the exam. Trust your preparation that much कि अगर इतने 2-3 साल पढ़ के आपको अगर वो पेपर टफ लग रहा है तो वो पेपर टफ होगा. और ये 10 लाख लोगों, 10 लाख नहीं, जितने भी लोग लिख रहे हैं सबके लिए टफ होगा. तो उधर आपको इंटिमिडेट नहीं होना है. यू हैव टू ट्रस्ट योर प्रेपरेशन एंड रीथिंक दैट ओके मैं इतने, अगर मैं ज़्यादा तुक्का इस पेपर में नहीं मार सकता, तो उस टाइम पे थोड़ा डायनामिक बनना है. You don't have to be rigid. You have to have a strategy, no doubt about it. But if your strategy is making you do worse than you usually would, that is also bad, right? So what I'm trying to say is, exam ke time pe open your eyes, open your think on the go also. Like sometimes elimination is very easy, but हम question से intimidate होके question attempt नहीं करते. तो on the day of the exam, be very open to challenges that UPSC will give you, and also acknowledge the fact that तुमने दिया है effort and time इस exam में, and जितना तुमने दिया उतना ही सबने दिया है. Similar resources ही है सबके साथ. So if you feel something is tough, it could be tough for everybody. That is one thing. So I think I've extensively covered prelims. And if anyone is giving prelims, and if this video is coming before prelims, all the very best for prelims. It's a very crucial stage of the exam. It's the most competitive because the most number of people will get eliminated here. So trust your preparation, and on the day of the exam, just go with a very positive mindset, and whatever you have applied in the mocks, make sure you put it to good use. And if the paper is such that you are not able to put it to good use, still trust yourself, trust your preparation कि answer सारे हैं आपके दिमाग में, और आप you can figure it out on the day of the exam also. That's it for prelims. Now we can talk about main strategy. Now why I am talking about main strategies? My first mains, I was very very overconfident. If a lot of people ask me कि मेरे पिछले साल के मार्कशीट और इस साल के मार्कशीट में मेंस में बहुत फर्क है, तो why is it, what did I do differently in that and all of that. So before that I'll also talk about the last year's attempt, because anyone who's giving prelims, you can stop watching the video now and then watch the later part of this, the rest of it after prelims. So last year when the result came, it was around it was exactly 4th of August, and I had 2 months until prelims, and I did not clear the exam. I did not even make it in the list. So now that failure was something that was the first academic, it was जीवन में ही जो सबसे heartbreaking moment होता है. I know like people face a lot more adversity, but for me, I thought that I couldn't do anything. I had given my time, my effort, my intellectual capabilities, everything to the exam, and I couldn't clear it. And this was something, and in 2 months, I had to make a decision, should I give the exam again? And I hadn't changed anything in my strategy until then. मतलब तब तक तो I was very confident कि इसी साल exam हो जाएगा, तो कुछ खास पढ़ाई भी differently की नहीं थी. तो to make that decision कि दोबारा एग्जाम देना है, that was a very tough decision which my parents also really supported me कि एक और बार दे दो. तो there are 2-3 things that you have to keep in mind if you failed, especially if it happened in the later stage of the exam. जैसे प्रीलिम्स में अगर नहीं होता तो you have a different strategy to overcome it, but जिसका ऐसे इंटरव्यू में जाके जब नहीं होता तब you have to reorient yourself very quickly because you have less amount of time for the next prelims. And जो सबसे first thing होगा, you will have shock and disbelief, okay, and that is again normal. You will think that यार सब कुछ तो दे दिया, क्यों नहीं हुआ exam, and I am smart enough because school college में सब अच्छा करते हैं और फिर तुम्हें लगता है कि ये भी हो जाना चाहिए, and people around you are also giving you a lot of positive reinforcement, and they are doing it with very good intentions, but sometimes it is also something that is weighing upon you, that you're letting down a lot of people. So why I'm sharing this with you is that if you're going through something similar, it is very normal for that to happen. You need to go through it also. It will definitely help you grow as a person, and I'll tell you how you can use it, channelize it to the in the examination. So first thing that you have to do is stop blaming the process, because every well-meaning person will come and tell you कि UPSC की गलती है कि तुम्हें नहीं लिया, ये एग्जाम ही बहुत सब्जेक्टिव है और ये गलत हो गया होगा, वो गलत हो गया. Everyone will try and blame the process for you. And you also can blame the process for one day. It's fine. एक दिन दुख मनाते मनाते बोल देना कि हाँ, the entire universe is conspiring against you. That is fine. But then the next day, stop blaming the process and एक honest introspection करना है कि if I have not cleared it and there are so many people who have cleared it in a very fair process, then there is something that I have to change in my preparation, in my strategy. तो वो जब self realization आएगा and try and get it in the first day or second day of your failure. So I still remember that the day after the result, I took phone calls on the day of the result that it came कि सबने दुख बहुत बांटा है, मुझे बहुत खुशी भी हुई कि बहुत लोगों ने कॉल किया था. But the next day onwards, I was like, अब तो पढ़ाई करनी है, दोबारा अगर एग्जाम देना है तो देना है. और like trust the process and give a honest assessment to yourself कि तब तक मुझे लगा था मेरा इंटरव्यू बहुत अच्छा गया था, मेरा मेंस बहुत अच्छा गया था, सब कुछ अच्छा गया था. बट जब नहीं हुआ, देन यू हैव एन ऑनेस्ट असेसमेंट. हाइंडसाइट में तुम्हें लगता है यार इंटरव्यू उतना अच्छा तो हुआ नहीं था और मेंस में भी मैं और आगे कुछ कर सकती थी. And this time you'll have usually you have the benefit of a mark sheet. So last year was particularly difficult because we didn't even have a mark sheet कि गलती कहाँ हुई थी, वो भी काफ़ी later हुआ था. But this shouldn't be a problem आगे वाले cases में. So yeah, 3-4 things. Cry your heart out the first day. It is completely normal and you can blame everyone you want on the first day. But bounce back very hard the next day onwards. If you want to stay in this cycle, limit your grief. Make it as short as possible. You can read about. I used to read about Shivani Goyal ma'am, who also had a very similar story as mine. She had done prelims mains interview the first attempt, couldn't clear it. Then prelims mains interview the second attempt, and she got ranked 15. I don't remember which year. So her story really helped me. There was no story, just the thing that okay, next attempt I can try, and I don't know, like look at the stars that okay, it's almost very similar ranks also. So yeah, and revenge studying, as I said, I know it's a very wrong, like sounds very wrong the term, but I'm telling you, your books can take it. Anything that you think you are having a negative energy in you or you are feeling you're having negative thoughts, books पे निकाल दो. इतने अच्छे से पढ़ो, make yourself that productive. Do not think about your failure, think about your next exam. I know it's easier said than done, and I can tell that because I've been through the same thing. But let me tell you, the months after last year's result to this year's mains was the most productive I've been in my entire life. I used to go to sleep feeling very accomplished कि आज तो मैंने क्या क्या पढ़ लिया और मैंने इतना सारा काम कर लिया. And so that feeling is something that I didn't feel in the first mains or in the first prelims, because that time I was studying without any that time I was studying with a little bit of overconfidence in myself, a little bit of hubris. But this time I knew how low I could go, and from there I had to really lift myself up. So yeah, I think you should have an honest assessment of your preparation and re-strategize in those months. I'll tell you what I did for mains this year. So okay, now another challenge for me was that after you get your result, you have to focus on prelims. Now I was fairly confident that if I give enough time for prelims, I will clear prelims. Will was a strong word back then, but I was in general overconfident about prelims last year also. Shouldn't have, I'll tell you that also. So yeah, those 2 months focus only on prelims again, because if you don't clear prelims, all of your main strategy is useless. But for me, I was constantly thinking about mains the entire time because I was sure कि mains के marks कम होंगे. Interview तो I thought I did well. Again, when marks came, I didn't do well in the interview also last year. But I studied for 7-8 hours. Then during the break time that I took, I searched for material for my mains preparation. So before prelims, I had my public administration strategy ready in my mind कि जैसे ही prelims खत्म हो रहा है, मुझे ये sources extra पढ़ने हैं और मुझे GS3, GS2, GS1 मैंने ऐसे toppers का भी ढूंढ निकाला था जिनको मैं रेफर करूँगी. तो ये मैंने अपने break time for prelims, I was studying for prelims only dedicatedly, but break time में I changed a few of my resources. I'll tell you what I did differently for mains extensively in the next section of this video. One thing that I have changed in this year's mains compared to last year's mains will be note making. So I'll tell you why it is important. So everyone tells that notes banana chahiye, nahi banana chahiye. So this is a question that is there in everyone's mind. First attempt, I didn't make many, like barely any notes I had, and I was like, everything is up here. I can like look at the question and recall and write and all of that, which works for some people. Clearly, didn't work for me the first time around. So this year, for every topic which was there in the syllabus, I ensured that I had notes prepared for that. So last year क्या होता था? I had read the syllabus the first time also. I was a serious candidate in the first attempt. But what I did differently was first attempt I read one. Let's say I read alternate dispute resolution. I was like, हाँ ये मुझे पता है. Then if in GS3 I read infrastructure, I was like, हाँ infrastructure तो मुझे पता है. And मैं एक दो words, एक दो schemes का extra notes बना लेती थी. So I had a very पता है attitude towards the syllabus. This time I was like, even if I know something, like even if my bones are telling me, Karishma, you know this, I still had notes prepared for that topic. Because I'll give you an example of why note making is important. Abhi cyber crime. So because I've done forensic science, I know fairly enough about cyber crime. I just needed to know what is the government doing. So that also I need not have made any notes. But I'll show you exactly why I'm telling you to make notes. So when I was scrounging the internet looking for content about cybercrime, the basic things you all will find. Everyone will find, right? कि cyber crime क्या होता है, क्यों होता है, government की steps क्या है, and we know CERT-in है, वो critical information infrastructure protection center है. We'll all find all of that, and ये तुम्हें standard books से भी मिल जाएगी, standard material से भी मिल जाएगी. So what do I mean by note making में जो extra है? So when I read, I don't know where I found this from. Again, I don't write the source of where I got it, but in my notes, I was just checking it yesterday to click pictures and upload it on the internet. I had written 4 Ds, okay, which was deter, detect, destroy, and document. So cybercrime mein, what should be the strategy to if you face a cybercrime as a country? So you have to deter cybercrime from happening. You have to detect it as soon as possible. You have to destroy whatever is causing the cybercrime, and lastly you have to document it because you have to ensure it does not happen again. So this is such a simple thing that you could write in the conclusion, and I was very pleased that this year they also asked a question on cybercrime, and then when I wrote it so confidently, and I was like, अब ये होती है preparation कि cyber is a part of the subject GS3 में है, और मैंने because dedicated notes बनाए थे उसके लिए, कंक्लूजन मुझे सोचना ही नहीं था. आई वाज लाइक साइबर क्राइम देखा, जो भी लिखा था, और आई वाज जस्ट वेटिंग कि हाँ एंड में आई डिडंट, दिस वाज द सेकंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन आई अटेम्प्टेड इन द GS3 पेपर. सो आई रोट दिस क्वेश्चन ओनली इन 2-3 minutes. Like I did not even get those 7 minutes to write it. But then I was, because I'd read those notes, I knew ki, and this was something that caught my eye and I had written it myself, it just came very naturally to me. So that is one reason why you have to make notes, because वो value addition वाला जो है, when you search, when तुम खुद से अपना material, I refer to a lot of toppers का answer copies. I refer to a lot of toppers notes, especially Rishikesh Reddy sir. He's been kind enough to upload all of his notes. Dhatri Reddy ma'am is also has a lot of notes available on the internet. I refer to all of that. कुछ भी अच्छा उनके notes से मिला, I added it to my notes. कुछ भी अच्छा किसी भी toppers answer copy से मिला, I added it to my notes as well. So this is why note making is important. Second thing is, it also improves your concise thinking. क्योंकि जब हम notes बना रहे हैं तो हम सोच रहे हैं कि इस इतने बड़े चीज को कैसे मैं छोटा कर सकती हूँ, and that is something which is needed in the examination. Now I am also someone who got a penalty marking. You all must have seen the mark sheet and all are wondering क्यों मिला होगा. It is also probably because I overshot the word limit. That also happened because I was not very used to making notes. I made all my notes between prelims and mains. Had I been in the habit of making notes throughout my preparation, I wouldn't like have overshot the word limit in the essay or in ethics or whichever. I'm just assuming that this is the reason why it has happened. So note making is needed because it gives you value addition, it gives you confidence while going into the exam hall, because you're just revising your notes 1 day before, 1 hour before your exam. It gives you a lot of confidence, which I was lacking the first time. Or तीसरा, it improves your concise thinking, and it gives you a better understanding. I gave you the 4D just as an example. Another thing I did differently is I discovered Evernote this time. So I tried to make digital notes, which helped me in putting pictures in my notes, which I tried to make in my papers as well. In the writing style, the first time around I was writing in paragraphs. इवन तो इन द टेस्ट सीरीज मैंने बहुत सारे डायग्राम्स यूज किए थे, पॉइंट्स भी यूज किए थे, बट असली एग्जाम में मेरा नेचुरल स्टाइल ऑफ राइटिंग विच वॉज पैराग्राफ्स वही बाहर आया था. बट दिस टाइम आई एंश्योर्ड कि माई प्रेजेंटेशन पे ऑल्सो आई हैड वर्क. कंटेंट पे तो आई टोल्ड यू नोट्स फॉर एवरी टॉपिक बना रखे थे, और फिर मैंने नोट्स बनाते वक्त ही सोचा था कि इसको मैं कैसे रिप्रेजेंट बेटर कर सकती हूँ. सो दैट विल ऑल्सो हेल्प. अनदर थिंग अबाउट नोट मेकिंग दैट आई वांटेड टू टेल इज इट इज़ वेरी नॉर्मल कि तुमने जो नोट्स बनाए हैं उसमें से कुछ आएगा नहीं. आई गिव यू एन एग्जाम्पल. आई मेड नोट्स ऑन इंडियन लिटरेचर फॉर GS1. बहुत ही एक्सटेंसिवली पढ़ा मैंने, और फिर मैंने नोट्स बनाए थे, शायद नितिन सिंघानिया बुक से बनाई थी. और एग्जाम में पूछा था पर्शियन लिटरेचर, विच ऑब्वियसली आई डिडंट नो दैट मच अबाउट. आई न्यू वन बुक एंड आई हैड रिटन अबाउट इट, बट बिकॉज आई हैड रेड इंडियन लिटरेचर, आई न्यू अ फ्रेमवर्क कि लिटरेचर वाले क्वेश्चन में मुझे क्या क्या लिखना है. तो मैंने थोड़े से ऑब्वियसली उतना परफेक्ट आंसर नहीं लिखा था बिकॉज सेम कंटेंट की कमी थी, बट बिकॉज आई हैड रेड and made notes for a similar topic, I could change it here and there, and I would not get a 0 in that question. I would at least get some marks because I had a framework for that question. That's why note making is important. Another thing in mains answer writing is the importance of every paper. Now there is this trend going on कि GS4 पे ज़्यादा काम करते हैं उसमें रिवॉर्ड ज़्यादा मिलता है, और essay पे ज़्यादा काम करते हैं उस पर रिवॉर्ड मिलता है. So every paper is important, and the level of importance you have to give every paper, that is different because the efforts that you have to give in every paper is different. And why is that? Because some people are naturally good in GS1. They have history optional, or they have geography optional. So उसमें उनको efforts देना कम है. But that doesn't mean कि if you have history optional or you have geography optional, you can neglect it. I'll give you a personal example. I have public administration as my optional. So GS2 पिछले साल I was super confident. मैंने कुछ पढ़ा ही नहीं था. I was like मेरे optional से ही हो जाएगा, which backfired a lot. I scored only a 90 marks, which is very very average or even below average because I neglected one GS paper. So if you neglect one paper entirely, it can bring down your score. So even we have these groups in which people are like मुझे तो ऑप्शनल ने बचाया है और मुझे ऐसे ने बचाया है टू गेट अ रैंक, राइट? सो दे ऑलवेज यूज द वर्ड बचाया है बिकॉज if something else goes wrong, it can really pull you down. No one says that I cleared because of it. They say we were saved because of it. Because if the optional you didn't do well and the GS you did really bad, it can really get you out of the list. So don't neglect any paper. Give it equal importance, but different efforts based on what is your strength and what is your weakness. ठीक है. और अभी हम आंसर राइटिंग की बात करते हैं कि कब स्टार्ट करना चाहिए आंसर राइटिंग, कैसे आंसर राइटिंग करते हैं एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. तो आंसर राइटिंग आई स्टार्टेड वेरी अर्ली इन माई प्रेपरेशन, बट आई वॉज राइटिंग माइंडलेसली. आई वॉज जस्ट राइटिंग फॉर द सेक ऑफ राइटिंग. बट आई डोंट थिंक ऐसे आंसर राइटिंग करके ज़्यादा फायदा है. इट विल जस्ट लाइक यूज अप अ लॉट ऑफ पेपर एंड नॉट कल्मिनेट इनटू एनी मार्क्स. तो आंसर राइटिंग तब करो जब आपके पास एक सब्जेक्ट का थोड़ा आइडिया आ चुका है एंड आपने इनफ कंटेंट ले रखा है एंड यू हैव ऑल्सो सीन अ लॉट ऑफ टॉपर्स आंसर्स कॉपी. सो आई थिंक टॉपर्स आंसर कॉपी आर लाइक द बेस्ट रिसोर्स अवेलेबल ऑन द इंटरनेट. एंड सी समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपन्स इज यू विल रीड इट एंड यू विल थिंक कि ओके इट्स नॉट एडिंग एनी वैल्यू टू यू. That is why I used to read a lot of toppers answer copy. तो सब में से you get something or the other and you just check कि आपके writing style से, आपके style of पढ़ाई से कौन सा click होता है and then you use that resource well. तो मैंने आंसर कॉपीज पढ़ी बहुत सारी और फिर मैंने दोबारा फिर टेस्ट वगैरह लिखे. तब भी मेरे मार्क्स ज़्यादा नहीं आते थे. तो वेरी फर्स्ट टेस्ट आई गेव आई स्कोर्ड 75 marks. So why I'm telling you this is if you're getting less marks in mains in your test series, don't take that as a hint कि अभी मेरे को टेस्ट देना छोड़ देना चाहिए, वो तो मुझे डिमोटिवेट कर देता है, मैं डायरेक्ट एग्जाम में परफॉर्म करूँगा. बिकॉज नो वन परफॉर्म्स डायरेक्टली इन द okay, I shouldn't say no one, but very few exceptions will be who can perform directly on the day of the exam. Most of us have to bleed during the entire process, right? We have to sweat and bleed in the process, so that on the day of the exam you don't feel underconfident and you don't feel butchered in on the day of the exam. So answer writing is an important constituent of the examination, but do it only once you have if you've just started, you can wait for like 4-5 months and get the hang of the syllabus, get the hang of the demand of the questions. And there are plenty of resources available on YouTube. You can watch Ashima Mittal ma'am's video on mains answer writing, which has helped me a lot in improving my answer writing. And similarly, there are multiple websites available on how to use points and how to use schematics and all of that. This time around, I also tried to use schematics, but don't overdo it, okay? Just because everyone is doing it, you need not do it. If it is falling well, if you are able to think of it and you can make it on the spot, well and good. पर अगर वो नहीं बन रहा है तो ऐसा मत सोचो कि अभी तो मुझसे कुछ होगा ही नहीं. There are people who clear the exam without the schematics also. But schematics इसलिए हम करते हैं क्योंकि टाइम कम लगता है schematics बनाने में, और you are showing more amount of content in less amount of space, time, everything. So that is why schematics are important. But it's not something which is अगर वो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है. The one thing जो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है is answering the demand of the question. If you're not answering the demand of the question, तब तो कुछ नहीं है. Next is answer writing का mocks. So I spoke about the importance of prelims का mocks. Now I'll talk about the importance of mains का mocks. So I joined test series in both my attempts, and I think test series was really important for me for firstly, I didn't have the same consistency in all my questions. Some questions I used to write really well. Some questions में इतना अच्छा कंटेंट नहीं आ पाता था. तो वो जो चीज़ है वो मल्टीपल फुल लेंथ टेस्ट देने से ही इम्प्रूव हुआ था कि आई वॉज ट्राइंग टू इंक्रीज कि मेरे एटलीस्ट 13-14 क्वेश्चन में अच्छे आंसर बन रहे हैं. वो पहले सिर्फ 6-7 होते थे, फिर धीरे धीरे विद टेस्ट ही वो इम्प्रूव होता है. सो दैट्स वाई फुल लेंथ टेस्ट आर वेरी क्रूशल. सेकेंडली जो मैं आपका टाइम वाला बता रही थी, आई नो इन द इनिशियल स्टेजेस मैंने बोला था कि पेपर ख़त्म करना इज़ नॉट द गॉस्पेल, बट पेपर ख़त्म करना इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट. अगर मेरे 4 क्वेश्चन छूटते हैं हर पेपर में तब तो क्लियर नहीं होता, बट आई हैड टू इम्प्रूव दैट, राइट. तो उसके लिए टेस्ट सीरीज इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यू हैव टू गिव दीज टेस्ट विथ डिसिप्लिन, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि हम 4 घंटे लिख रहे हो तो 5-10 मिनट इज़ ओके इन द इनिशियल स्टेजेस कि जस्ट चेक करवाना है, बट एंड होते होते 3 आवर्स में ख़त्म करना है. एंड डेवलप अ स्ट्रैटेजी ऑफ अटेम्प्टिंग द पेपर. I used to attempt question number 10 to 20 first, and then the first attempt I did 10 to 20 and 1 to 10. Now that was a very bad strategy, because क्या होता था कि मेरे सिर्फ हर पेपर में 9th और 10th क्वेश्चन छूट जाता था, because I used to go in order कि 10 to 20 कर दिया, फिर 1 to 10 कर दिया. तो 9th और 10th क्वेश्चन इवन दो मुझे सबसे अच्छा क्वेश्चन 9th ही आता होगा, वो फिर भी मेरा छूट जाता था. But maybe the first question I didn't know that well, but because it was the first question, I attempted it. So that I changed in this attempt. I re-strategized. I was like 11 to 20 तो मैं करके रहूँगी. उसके बाद मैंने 1 to 10 पढ़ा और उसमें very quick reading, glance through it, and I circled the one that I was least confident in, and I attempted that at the end कि अगर छूट भी रहा है तो ये वाला छूट रहा है. So you can also do something like that. There are different strategies that people use in attempting the question paper also. So I think to develop that strategy also, test series are important. अभी ये this is a common thing for GS1, GS2, GS3. What are the resources I use? Standard books for the static part. GS1 तो काफ़ी static है, history हो गया, geography हो गया. उसके बाद I don't think there's a lot of current affairs in GS1. But again, anything that comes in the newspaper, जैसे if there is a volcano, then you have to study about volcanoes. It might come in the exam and all of that. GS2, I depended a lot on current affairs because उसमें if you write good examples in GS2, it will help you. उसके बाद you have to use constitution very well. Articles पता होने चाहिए. तो I downloaded a Constitution of India app and I memorized as many articles as possible, and you can use your time very well. Like you can travel and then look at the articles, and तुम एक ही चीज़ को बार बार देखोगे तो वो automatically याद हो जाएगा. तो it might take you 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, but constantly when you're traveling और कुछ नहीं करना, instead of listening to music, you can just look at the Constitution of India. That will help. So GS2, governance part of it, because I had public administration, I had some understanding of governance, but this time for governance also I made special notes. Even though it was the same notes that I had in public administration, I ensured that I had it with me also. Then other than that, there is international relations. I was still am very underconfident in international relations, especially for the exam. Use the newspaper well, use online resources well, and try and make your answers very abreast with जो चल रहा है. तो उसके लिए तो you have to use the newspaper very well. GS3 के लिए because it's economy, again you have to do the static part of it. जैसे जो PPP मॉडल्स है, दैट इज स्टैटिक, इसमें ज़्यादा चेंज नहीं है, तो वो आप कोई भी स्टैंडर्ड बुक से उठा सकते हो. एवरी टॉपिक, वंस यू सी अ टॉपिक, डिवाइडेड इनटू स्टैटिक एंड डायनेमिक. तो एवरी टॉपिक विल हैव अ स्टैटिक पार्ट ऑफ इट. जैसे PPP में स्टैटिक है कि बॉट मॉडल है, EPC मॉडल है और स्विस चैलेंज है. बट देयर विल ऑल्सो बी समथिंग डायनेमिक कि ये वाला कौन कौन से रोड्स अभी PPP से चल रहे हैं, और जो 4P है, there is a public-private partnership, there is some other P also added to it. So every topic may have like a static part of it. In economy, there will be some current affairs that you can add. And economy is all about having good examples and good facts and answering the demand of the question. I was not very confident with economy, so I worked extra hard for GS3. Also because I scored very poorly last year in GS3, so I put in that extra effort in GS3. Now coming to GS4, GS4 is something that has changed. My preparation for GS4 has changed the most. The first time around I scored a 123 last year as well as this year. But last year 123 was very average because people were getting like really high scores. This year 123 is one of the very few good, like not very few, like it's a very good mark. So this year what I did differently was examples. GS4 के लिए I had searched for examples in the newspapers, and I started looking at everything from GS4 का perspective. For example, you all must have heard of the Earthlings documentary, and there was a Ukrainian hostage crisis because they wanted the government to watch and spread awareness about this documentary, which is about how humans are causing the extinction of other species. So this was a international relations वाला चल रहा था, and environment में भी आ सकता था. But then I used it in my ethics examples also, कि means versus ends, right? What kind of means are you using, even though your intention is good. Similarly, Cisco में there was a case about caste-based discrimination in the US. So I used that as an example about how a bad thing gets pervasive also. फिर leadership में there are multiple news. There was a news about a female district magistrate who learned a tribal language so that she could solve the problems of the people in that community. तो वो मैंने example उठाए थे. तो इस बार I worked a lot on my examples, and I worked a lot on including them in my answers. Now I'll tell you, even if you see my answers that are available on the internet, सब में एग्जाम्पल्स नहीं लिखे होंगे, बिकॉज वेन यू आर थिंकिंग उस 7 मिनट में सब में तुमको एग्जाम्पल्स नहीं याद आएंगे. बट स्टिल यू हैव टू वर्क हार्ड इन फाइंडिंग एग्जाम्पल्स बिकॉज इट विल हेल्प इन योर ओरिएंटेशन, इट विल हेल्प इन योर केस स्टडीज ऑल्सो. बिकॉज अगर तुम हर चीज़ को, हर न्यूज़ में एक एथिक्स का पर्सपेक्टिव ढूंढ रहे हो, तो इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली रिफ्लेक्ट इन योर बेटर आंसर राइटिंग. विच इज़ वाई अगर तुम्हें डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट बेनिफिट एनालिसिस करना है कि ओ अगर मैं इतना मेहनत कर रहा हूँ एग्जाम्पल्स में और वो एग्जाम्पल मैं एग्जाम में यूज़ नहीं कर सकता, तो मैं नहीं करता हूँ. बट इट माइट नॉट डायरेक्टली हेल्प यू, बट दैट ओरिएंटेशन ऑफ सर्चिंग फॉर एग्जाम्पल्स दैट विल हेल्प यू. And one more thing, people ask me, what did you do in your free time? This attempt, in my free time, I searched for ethics ka examples. I read about role models because you have to write about role models also. So I was searching about Jacinda Ardern. I read a lot about her. I read about Michelle Obama, whoever your role model is. मैं free time में I read quotes given by them. I read what they have done in life, their history, and some of that really helped in my essays also, in my ethics answers also. So वो वाला extra मेहनत करना. I'm also uploading मेरे जितने भी ethics के notes have already uploaded on Telegram. You can find it as well. Yeah, other than that, I think I'm done with the mains. I'm going to make a special video for public administration. This is only focusing on GS. In a nutshell, just to summarize, how did I change my marks in GS? Firstly, extensive note making. Extensive coverage of the syllabus. Don't neglect any part of the syllabus. If it is written, you should have it written in your notes. If it is mentioned in the syllabus, it's mentioned in your notes, period. Thirdly, see, I cannot be the person who tells you कि अपने notes को 10 बार revise करो, क्योंकि मैंने अपने notes को बनाए ही उस 2 महीने में थे. तो it is anybody's guess that I might have revised it twice or thrice. But those 2-3 revisions are important. कि तुमने अगर खुद से अपने हाथ से notes बनाए, तो because you've not copy pasted it, it will always be there in your mind, but you have to refresh it how many ever times you can. Fourthly, I had a plan this time. I had a strategy. I was like GS1 or public administration. आज मुझे ये दोनों करना है. Public administration was something that I studied every day between prelims and mains. I'll also tell you what I did in the video on public administration. But GS also I did every single day. I didn't neglect any of the GS papers. I worked hard on GS2 also, even though I used to think I was very good at it. But फिर पिछले साल का मार्क्स देख के मैंने बहुत मेहनत की थी. Even GS2 में, GS1 में भी मेहनत की थी. एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री दोबारा अच्छे से पढ़ा था. मेन स्पेसिफिक नोट्स बनाए थे. तो मेरे पास प्रीलिम स्पेसिफिक नोट्स तो थे कि ये वाला डांस कहाँ होता है, ये वाला ये कहाँ होता है, बट मेन स्पेसिफिक नोट्स बनाए थे मैंने. इनफैक्ट वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री का भी काफ़ी नोट्स बनाए थे, जबकि एक भी क्वेश्चन नहीं आया था. बट स्टिल व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज दिस टाइम माय प्रेपरेशन वाज very different. I was like, I'm not going to leave any stone unturned. Like, I'm not leaving things for chance. कि अगर एक question आ गया world history का, I'm not going to be like, हाँ चलो वो तो पढ़ा नहीं है. I didn't take a casual approach in this attempt for mains. And yeah, so I think I'm done with the main strategy. Now I have to also talk about online sources. Online resources, I am someone who's vouched for the internet, beginning of the video say. So I'll tell you what all I have used. सबसे पहले तो YouTube पे राज्यसभा टीवी. I've had lunch dates with राज्यसभा टीवी every day. तो big picture देखना था. और फिर there is a thing called Science Monitor. That is not something that everyone watches, but वो weekly या फिर by once in 2 weeks आता है. I'm not sure अभी कितने frequently आता है, but that helped me in science and technology a lot. क्योंकि just when you're having lunch, if you listen to okay ये पूरे हफ्ते में साइंस के क्या क्या नए इनोवेशंस आए हैं और नया टेक्नोलॉजी आया है, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं प्रीलिम्स में भी हेल्प करेगा, मेंस में भी हेल्प करेगा, हर जगह हेल्प करेगा. तो साइंस मॉनिटर इज समथिंग स्पेशली for current affairs part of science and technology. It's very helpful. And there is a program called Vishesh. Now I had given Hindi as one of the subjects जो compulsory language subject है, और मेरा हिंदी I wanted to work on my हिंदी also क्योंकि वो qualifying paper है. तो इसलिए मैं विशेष करके एक प्रोग्राम है वो भी देखती थी, which was like a special in राज्यसभा टीवी. तो इससे मेरे को कंटेंट भी मिलता था और मेरा हिंदी का भी थोड़ा सा ब्रश अप होता था. I also worked on the language paper a lot in the first attempt. I used to write Hindi almost every day. कि अगर हिंदी का एग्जाम क्लियर नहीं होता, I mean whichever language का एग्जाम क्लियर नहीं होता, तो तुम्हारे बाकी पेपर चेक भी नहीं होते. तो don't neglect your language paper also. So yeah, Vishesh is another thing, and then there is a program called Policy Watch. Which is another very good program which you can watch. It will give you perspectives on different policies. Government की schemes के बारे में वो discussions चलते हैं, and even bills के बारे में discussions चलते हैं. तो that's also very good resource. फिर this time around I also started watching Cut the Clutter. Again, this is something that I used to watch during meals only by the print. It is also a very good resource, and it's also fun to watch. So it feels like a break, but it's not an academic break also. So it is like it's a very good thing to watch, and it will also act as a stress buster as well, because he's also very funny and witty and cute. Okay, After that, other than that, as I told you, Insights on India is something that I followed on a daily basis for current affairs. I also followed GK Today. Niti Aayog website is something that I used to refer to from time to time. They give out some very resourceful reports. Now, one thing I'll tell you, don't get intimidated by the reports. Read it for fun also. Like when you're taking breaks, read the reports. It is a long report, I understand. Executive summary पढ़ लो and just when I say read a report, front to end नहीं पढ़ना है entirely. You have to look at the headings ki what is it that the government is looking at as a priority. Niti Aayog की website में there are these best practices which are like so good to mention in your pains answers. Like it is like a very beautiful resource available. So use Niti Aayog websites very well. उसके अलावा जो मिनिस्ट्रीज की स्पेसिफिक वेबसाइट्स होते हैं वो भी आप रेफर कर सकते हो फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम. फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में मैंने बहुत अच्छे से किया था. सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट में ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं था तो मैंने किया नहीं था. उसके अलावा न्यूज़पेपर ऑनलाइन वाला भी आई यूज टू रीड इंडियन एक्सप्रेस ऑनलाइन. सो दैट्स अगेन अनदर ऑनलाइन रिसोर्स दैट आई यूज. अदर देन दैट यूट्यूब पे अलग चैनल्स होते हैं. जैसे एनी डाउट दैट यू हैव, इफ यू पुट इट ऑनलाइन, देयर आर मल्टीपल चैनल्स दैट आर वर्किंग फॉर यू. स्टडी IQ हो गया, अमित सेन गुप्ता सर का एक है इन विच ही एक्सप्लेन्स जोग्राफी. Then for PMF IS, some other website that I use for geography. So again, there is no resource की कमी. And when people are telling कि don't use multiple resources, देखो अगर आपको GC Leong से geography नहीं समझ आ रही है, but then why are you referring to it again and again just because people have said limited resources, multiple revision? Look for other alternatives which are working for you. Everyone's style of studying or style of understanding is very different. So you have to develop that own understanding of how you function as a person. ठीक है. फिर है they've asked about a schedule also. People have asked me what do you do on a daily basis, कि कैसे पढ़ाई करते हो, कैसे motivated रहते हो. तो मैंने बोल दिया पढ़ाई करते हो तो I used to break my day. सुबह before breakfast I again ये प्रीलिम्स के टाइम पे वेरी करता है, मेंस के टाइम पे वेरी करता है. तो मैं सुबह उठ के एक टेस्ट दे देती थी प्रीलिम या फिर टेस्ट पेपर चेक करती थी प्रीलिम्स के टाइम पे. मेंस के टाइम पे लिख लेती थी बिकॉज इट्स ऑल्सो द टाइम व्हेन यू जस्ट वोकन अप, तो यू हैव टू डू समथिंग विच विल नॉट पुट यू बैक टू स्लीप. तो मैं वो करती थी. फिर दिन में आई वुड डू वन GS सब्जेक्ट इन द मॉर्निंग. बीच वाले टाइम में मैं ऑप्शनल पढ़ती थी और 1 GS सब्जेक्ट इन द आफ्टरनून. तो मेरे आई वुड नॉट स्टडी वन सब्जेक्ट द एंटायर डे क्योंकि इससे तुम्हारी प्रोडक्टिविटी भी कम होती है, तुम बोर भी हो जाते हो. एंड देन आई डोंट थिंक इट रियली हेल्प्स इन द सब्जेक्ट ऑल्सो एंड इन अदर सब्जेक्ट्स ऑल्सो. तो मल्टीपल सब्जेक्ट्स में ब्रेक कर दो अपने दिन को एंड कीप डूइंग दैट. और जैसे मैंने बोला कि वेन एवर यू वॉन्ट टू टेक अ ब्रेक, यूज यूट्यूब वेरी वेल. इवन जो टेड एड वीडियोज है या टेड टॉक्स है, all of that will give you something or the other of value. I used to also read Mithali ma'am's essays in my pastime because ek to you learn to write essays and also they were such a beautiful read. Like Topper's Answer Copy, some of them are like pure gems. Oh, I forgot to mention about ethics. Ethics mein I was telling you I looked at examples in the newspaper, but more than that जो गोल्ड माइन फॉर एथिक्स का एग्जाम्पल्स है टॉपर्स आंसर कॉपी. बिकॉज मैं अगर 5 एग्जाम्पल ढूंढ लूंगी न्यूज़पेपर से, ऐसे अगर मैंने 15 टॉपर्स की आंसर कॉपी पढ़ी होगी तो सबने कहीं ना कहीं से ढूंढ के निकाली होगी. तो यू विल गेट दिस एंटायर शीट ऑफ just good examples. So use Topper's answer copy very well. You can use Vision IS which uploads them on their website for free, and you can search whichever topper you want to look for. And also some of the Topper's talk I have also already mentioned. Ashima Mittal ma'am's Topper's talk, you should definitely watch it for mains answer writing. For public administration I'll mention later. So yeah, I think that's the schedule and the online resources. Now let's come to do's and don'ts. So if you ask me for what are the core do's that I have to do, सबसे पहले होगा कि be very honest with your preparation. तुम्हें पता है कि तुमने कितना पढ़ा है, तो अपने आप से बिल्कुल झूठ नहीं बोलना है कि मेरा तो ये हो जाएगा इस साल, मैंने इतनी पढ़ाई करी है. तुम दुनिया भर से झूठ बोलो बट अपने आप से बहुत ऑनेस्ट रहो कि मेरी इतनी नहीं हुई है या फिर इस सब्जेक्ट में इतनी नहीं हुई है. बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विथ योर प्रिपरेशन. सेकेंड, कीप असेसिंग योर प्रेपरेशन, क्योंकि जो री-स्ट्रैटेजाइज वाला पॉइंट है वो तब तक नहीं आएगा जब तक तुम्हें खुद के प्रेपरेशन में गलतियां नहीं दिखेगी. तो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में बिकॉज आई वाज सो ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट, मुझे दिखा ही नहीं था कि मेरे प्रेपरेशन में क्या क्या गलती है. मैं कोचिंग जाती थी, आती थी, पढ़ती थी, मुझे लगता था कि मैं सॉर्टेड हूँ, बट आई डिड अ लॉट ऑफ मिस्टेक्स. आई डिडंट मेक एज मेनी नोट्स दैट आई शुड हैव डन. आई नेग्लेक्टेड अ लॉट ऑफ पार्ट्स of the syllabus. All of that are mistakes that I didn't see the first time. The reason I'm telling you is I want you to not wait for it is very heartbreaking to go through the same cycle, prelims, mains, interview twice. So if you can learn from this mistake and in the initial stages only, don't be very don't like wrongly assess your preparation. So that will really help. So that is one other do that you should do. Then I've already told about keep re-strategizing. So assessing and re-strategizing go hand in hand. जैसे after I assessed my preparation after the first failure, I re-strategized completely. My mains I turned upside down because I re-strategized in those 2 months. तो अगर मैं वो 2 months में करूँगी, अगर आपके पास साल भर है करने के लिए, तो आप बहुत अच्छे results देख सकते हो if you just keep re-strategizing. Thirdly, give as many mocks as possible for prelims, give as many mocks as possible for mains, unless you're an exceptional student who doesn't need it. And again, be honest with yourself, are you really an exceptional student? Many of us may not be, and you need not be an exceptional student to clear this exam. It is something that if you give perseverance, if you keep doing this on a daily basis, if you're keeping on giving mocks and you're using those mocks well, if you're seeing your marks and और हर मॉक में भी मेंस में whichever टेस्ट सीरीज यू ज्वाइन, वो टॉपर्स की आंसर कॉपी भी अपलोड करते हैं, तो उससे भी यू कैन लर्न अ लॉट. एंड अदर थिंग आई वुड डू इज आई वुड जो प्रीवियस ईयर के टॉपर्स की आंसर कॉपी है, मैं क्वेश्चन पढ़ती थी, मैं वो क्वेश्चन लिखती थी और मैं टॉपर के साथ अपने आप को कंपेयर करती थी. तो दैट इज अनदर थिंग दैट यू कैन डू. समटाइम्स आई थिंक आई हैव रिटन बेटर देन द टॉपर एंड आई यूज्ड टू फील वेरी गुड अबाउट माई सेल्फ, एंड समटाइम्स आई वुड लर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम द टॉपर. तो आइदर वे यू आर गेनिंग ओनली. And yeah, and the last and the most important takeaway from this entire thing is, I hope you've already guessed it, is make notes also. Note making is a very crucial part of this examination. Your mind will not remember everything you've read unless you've written it down somewhere and you're revising it. Again, this is not something that I would advise as a panacea to everybody, but if you think that तुम्हारे marks नहीं आ रहे, you're stuck somewhere, you can definitely try this. It has worked for me and I sincerely hope that it works for you as well. So these are all the do's. Okay, and so people keep asking me ki what has been your motivation throughout, ki this is just, the exam is just a process to clear. This is not your ultimate goal. Always remember why you started the preparation, right? And I know it sounds very trite ki you have to do public service के बारे में सोचो, बट कोई भी ऐसे लबासना की वीडियोस देख के नहीं, डोंट गेट मोटिवेटेड बाय लबासना का वीडियोस, बिकॉज I didn't watch any of it at that point, because your motivation shouldn't be to clear this exam and go to a beautiful academy. It is to actually do public service. So find that motivation in you and keep going to it. So that is a big do. Like, find the reason why you want to do it. If you're not doing it for the right reasons, you will not get a positive result. Obviously, there are many people who do it for the right reasons are still not able to clear it, but that is something for preparation which is doable. But if your intention itself is questionable, then it becomes very difficult to change. And if you ask me what has been my biggest motivation, I want to be very cool and be like, yeah, my parents and serving the nation and all of that. But something that has stayed throughout is fear and guilt. So I was always fearful that if I don't study, there are 4 lakh other people who are studying. And guilt is, I was off social gatherings and social media because I was very guilty throughout. Okay, if I'm not studying, then what am I doing? If I'm not giving this thing my 100%, then why am I even bothering? So I know it's not something everyone should emulate, but yeah, fear and guilt is something that worked for me. And if it is the same for you, I mean, at least you can take some solace ki fear and guilt ke saath bhi log पहुंचे. Now coming to don'ts, I don't think I should give any don'ts. You have reached this stage where you are thinking about giving this exam. आप में वो मेच्योरिटी है कि आप इसको एक करियर पाथ के जैसे चूज कर रहे हैं, तो डीप डाउन यू नो कि क्या आपको नहीं करना चाहिए. तो मुझे बोल के कुछ मिलेगा नहीं कि डोंट डू दिस, डोंट डू दैट. ट्रस्ट योर सेल्फ टू नो टू अगर आपको देश संभालने जाना है तो इतना तो आप अपने आप को संभाल ही सकते हो कि क्या नहीं करना है. आई हैव गिवन यू ऑल द डूज, आई हैव गिवन यू ऑल द स्ट्रैटेजी दैट आई हैव यूज्ड इन माय मेंस and in my prelims. I really hope this helps. I'll also make another video for the public administration stuff. Trust yourself in this entire process, in this entire examination. If you're honest with yourself, the trust will automatically come. So keep at it. You will get failure, and I am someone who's seen it like in a very heartbreaking way. So I know how bad it feels. I know it is, and it's okay to feel vulnerable, because each one of us, each one of the people who've made it, all the 761 of us, even people who've made it in the first attempt, have felt this underconfident and have gotten bad marks in mocks, have not been able to complete their paper. So everything that you are going through, which is making you consider giving up, every other topper has also gone through the same thing. So, and it is something that you can overcome if you just keep at it. So I also say that, that Rome was not built in a day. It's a very common saying, but you have to ensure you're building a little bit of Rome every day. So रोज थोड़ी मेहनत तो लगेगी, and this exam demands your time and your effort, and respect the exam enough to give it both. So trust the process and keep at it on a daily basis. And I think if you dedicatedly work for the stipulated amount of time that you have given for yourself, you can definitely crack this exam. And it is not something that you need to be really exceptional to clear. I've tried to give a very, very honest journey. I've given you a very honest reflection of my entire preparation. I really hope this helps.